Hey, buddy. You ever find yourself unsure of where you stand with a girl? You shower her with love and affection, but uncertainty is all you get as a reward. Worry less, you are not alone. Most novices in the dating game tend to experience this a lot. However, you're watching this because you're ready to figure this out. Whether you're the main deal or the backup plan, so keep watching. We got some signs that you need to know. You feel incomplete. The feeling that something is missing. This is a powerful sign to look out for if you doubt your place in her life. When you're the guy putting in all the effort to make that ship sail, initiating every move or making every decision to make you both better, it begins to mess with your head. It takes two to tango, you know? If you feel like you're the one doing the most in the relationship, then by all means take a step back and reconsider. Call her out. Have an honest talk. Your time and your energy are valuable. Please don't waste it on someone who doesn't give you the satisfaction that you deserve. Please. She runs the show. During my high school days, I met a pretty, intelligent damsel. And for a minute, I felt like she was just an independent and intelligent lady, as this girl made a kind of a habit of making every critical decision in our lives without caring about what I really think. As I began to up my game and get better at the dating pool, I discovered that she wasn't the independent lady that I thought she was. Instead, I was just her backup plan. In essence, a relationship is supposed to be a partnership and not where a single individual calls the shots. It will be best to consider retracing your steps when you start feeling like a spectator rather than a participant. Whether it's a communication breakdown or she's unaware of the imbalance, expressing your feelings is essential, as you probably might be her backup plan. She's pretty complex. Yet another vital sign to look out for is the complexity card. It would be best if you started threading with caution when she starts playing with this card. While complexity can be pretty intriguing, it shouldn't be an excuse for inconsistency or confusion. If she behaves in a way that seems unclear or keeps you guessing about your position in her life all the time, then paying attention is advisable. A genuinely complex woman will always want to communicate rather than play the mysterious card to justify her inconsistency. Don't be fooled by complexity. Trust your instincts and step back if you feel like something's off. She's a flaker. I went to see a movie a couple days ago, and it was centered on two main characters. You had Jane and Thomas. While Thomas was crazy about Jane, he couldn't read the signs that she only saw him as her backup plan. After countless cancellations of appointments and planned dates, he eventually picked up the clue. For Thomas, he failed to realize that a girl who's into you is going to make you priority, and for that, he got a broken heart. Suppose you find yourself in a situation similar to Thomas's. Well, then you may want to reconsider your stance in that relationship, as a flaky attitude means that she's trying to keep you at arm's length, making you more of a backup than genuine love interest. Remember, your time is valuable, and being someone's second choice is not a healthy dynamic. You pay all her bills. There's no red flag more glaring than you covering all her bills. For most guys, taking care of their woman is their responsibility. While that theory's not wrong, remember you're her partner, not her ATM. She wants a new handbag. She requests that you make that purchase. You both go out on dates. The entire bill is left to you to settle. These attitudes indicate that she's using you financially to her advantage. At this point, having an open and honest conversation about finances, expectations, and your future becomes necessary. If she remains adamant about changing and continues to leave all her bills for you to settle, then you should walk away without thinking twice, as there is a high probability that she sees you as nothing more than a backup plan. Your friends have not warmed up to her. Love is blind. This phrase is accurate in most scenarios, as individuals tend to ignore things that they would typically see as wrong if they weren't in love. This is why paying attention to your friend's opinion about her is important, as friends provide an outside perspective and can pick things up that you might not notice. While different individuals display different personalities and preferences, you should look for repeated patterns like consistent tension or discomfort between your friends and her, and explore the reasons behind them. Engage in open conversations with your friends and your partner to understand any underlying issues. Don't hesitate to move on if your friends are right about her. She avoids introducing you to her friends and her family. During my college days, I had a friend who would always complain his girlfriend always brushed off the idea of him meeting her family. Her excuse then was they, her family, weren't ready to meet him. Turns out she already had someone she was planning to get married to at the time, and my friend was only there to play the role of backup in case their relationship, the genuine love interest, didn't happen. Heartless, you may call her, but the signs were always there. So, oblivious, some might also say. As a guy, when a girl denies you the opportunity to meet her close friends or family, you should consider reevaluating your relationship with her, as a girl who truly loves you is not going to try to keep you away from her social circle. Vague future talks. Yet another sign that you're just a backup plan is the vague future talks. See it this way. You engage in a conversation with that girl that you're so in love with, and you talk about your plans to get married 5 years from now, have a certain number of kids, settle in a particular location, and all she can respond is, let's see where this leads. Buddy, you need no soothsayer to tell you she's not seeing that relationship the same way that you do. From experience, if all conversations about your future plans with her are replied with words like, we'll see, or maybe, then only one thing's involved. She doesn't see you in her future. Your best bet is to prioritize yourself and step back from that relationship where you're the second option because you matter too. She still talks about her ex. Most people see their partners repeatedly referencing their exes as normal, and you may see it that way too. However, buddy, that's a big red flag and a strong sign that you might just be her backup plan. For a girl who constantly reminds you of her ex or often compares you to him, two things are involved. Either she has unresolved feelings or is still emotionally attached to him. Trust me, when that dude comes back requesting that coochie, she'd immediately displace you and serve it to him on a platter. So dude, don't see her constantly speaking of her ex as normal because it's not. Learn to know when you don't matter in a relationship and always take the bold step of walking away. She's never there when you need her. We're humans. We all tend to need that extra push sometimes, and buddy, once you notice her always being absent when you genuinely need moral support, then take it as her way of saying, I only see you as my second option. A solid relationship is all about being there for each other when things are smooth and when they're rough. If she only shows up when you got a new car or a job but becomes unavailable when you battle with your finances, that's a strong indicator that you're her backup plan. Show yourself some love, buddy, and walk away. She's a manipulator. Does she coerce you emotionally into doing her bidding? Does she guilt trip you or use sex as a yardstick for getting what she wants from you? Well, these are tactics of a manipulator, and buddy, once you notice them, fall back. In every relationship, open communication is key. Your partner should respect your decisions and not constantly try to make you do things against your will. Accept that your partner sees you as your backup plan or second option. Move on. Life's so short. Life is so short, and we should spend it with people who genuinely love and appreciate us. So, buddy, there are a lot of pretty girls that will do anything to have you in their lives. Don't waste your time and energy on somebody who sees you as a backup plan. Learn to move on when you notice any foul play in the relationship.